They'll be calling you a radical. I want to talk about a lot of stuff about Fukushima today, about American media, which is not media. How do they call it news? Where do they even get off calling it news? It's not news. We're the media. I'm seriously, we're the media. News is not news. I ran into a guy yesterday and he says, what they used to call in the old days Russian propaganda, we call the evening news. So true, so true. It's pathetic. It's like beer. You know, I was talking to this guy who owns a bar. He says, we import beer from everywhere in the world in Utah. We have 200 different beers. We have the best beer in the world, and our #1 selling beer is Bud Light. It's not beer. I have a friend who's an executive for Budweiser. I says, is it true? I mean, they switched to rice a long time ago, tried to find it. I says, you don't even use rice anymore. He says, no, we just inject ether alcohol. It's water with food color. It's a placebo. It just shows you how social engineered, because America wants to be social engineered. This is the study from 2011. As American media, you people say, oh God, there's no studies in the Pacific. This proves that it's been what I've been saying the whole time. It's been pouring to the Pacific the entire time. It's like nobody wants to listen to Kevin. I want to tell all you self-indulged, arrogant baby boomer pricks, because that's what 90% of you are, a bunch of self-indulged assholes. Oh, we knew this. You didn't know shit. I'm the only one who's reporting this was a meltdown early. I'm the only one. I mean, and has anybody come to my side? Hey, fuck no. I'm on my own. I do this for free on my own. Talk about a fucking lonely fight. To all you fuckers 2 years ago that I was doing finance videos, I did some videos to buy the Apple derivative 480 calls. They were $30 a piece. They ended up worth $6,000. I did a video telling you to get out of silver and buy the ETF on the short side of silver at 47 to the day. I did a video on gold at 1900 to buy the ETF on the short side. I did videos 2 years ago over and over and over. Fucking dozens of them every day. 6 o'clock in the morning telling you, hey Kramer, everybody's telling you get out, get out, get out. Max Kaiser, all of them telling you get out, get out. I'm saying double down in the Dow. The Dow was in the 9,000s this. Over and over. I did a video telling a guy, emailed me, a kid from him and his grandpa, says, oh, what do I buy? He says, buy some Tesla at $20 a share. It's 166. Anybody say, hey Kevin, thanks for this. Here's a check. Fuck no, bunch of self-indulged pricks. That's all right, because why am I doing this then? If it wasn't for all you people, because I have leukemia. I got mowed down by that truck. I have de novo AML. I've been really frustrated the last few days. I've been working with my cancer psychiatrist. She's like, Kevin, you're in the dog days. You're in those dog days where a vast majority, this treatment's 3 years. I'm an experiment, just like my father was an experiment. He was human guinea pig in the Nevada test site and killed. I'm only the third person in the country to have this type of devo who's made the choice not to have the transplant. In fact, I'm really the first person who really decided. The other two were so sick that they couldn't do the transplant. One's alive, the other one's passed. Young. I know that my chances are still very stacked against me. When you get AML leukemia and it presents in tumors, your odds are they're almost zero to live. I beat the odds so far. That's the only reason this vlog's gone on. As I started out this vlog in the early inception, my post-ignorance, my PhD, as I was going to go back into the hedge fund industry, blah, 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 blah. But I wanted to prove, is America really as ignorant as I think? So I went around this campus all over Utah. As we live in District 1, used to be the bluest district, now we're the reddest district. A guy named Rob Bishop is our congressman. 12 years. He's been a congressman. He doesn't even run. People don't even know who he is. He hides. He's a hairsprayed piece of dog shit. Ignorant, dumb piece of... In 12 years, he sponsored one piece of legislature. One. To be able to take a concealed weapon, a handgun, onto a national park, which was illegal until just recently. By the way, there's an article out there, a little 3-year-old girl got into her mom's handgun and accidentally killed herself freaking over the weekend in Yellowstone. That's what Rob Bishop has to offer us. As Mike Lee's going to speak right here, and I'm going to go to it. I'll get video, because me and him's going to go at it in this. I've gone at it with him before. As Mike Lee, our senator, United States Senator, a teabagger, fiscal responsibility. He ran as a teabagger. As our political scene in Utah is the most corrupt in the world. He introduces this is a senator, not a congressman. Mike Lee, our senator. He introduces a balanced budget agreement. I want everybody to know this. His house was in foreclosure at the time. $1.1 million to the bad. How come Utahns don't know? Because Utahns don't even know who the Congress is. All they do is watch Fox News all day, national. It's pathetic. Americans are pathetic, but I'm fighting for my life. I'll be in Washington Square. You're degenerate. Americans are fucking degenerate. They don't look around. They're against themselves. There's a tool, do it. You know, it's like, oh, it's the Illuminati. What a fucking crutch that is. All you fuckers say, oh, the Illuminati, this elite fucking group. Oh, you want to go back 1,100-year-old bloodlines. Fucking, you know, we've always had to fight. William Wallace was a real man 700 days. He fought. America was the abstraction. We were the fucking aberration. We fought against it. Hamilton. We fought against it. I like everybody says, oh, we need to go back. Everybody, really? You want 312 million fucking farmers? 7 billion farmers. Fuck. That is such a crutch and such bullshit. What a fucking crutch. Simply tariffs. As Walmart is the new East India Company. These philosophy, the same philosophy. This is a philosophical war. I'm fighting for my fucking life. The chances of me surviving now are still very fucking low. My fucking psychologist is because most people, man, that are in the AML leukemia fight who make fucking 23-month thing, they go boom. They kill themselves. Giant amount of them kill. That's where the logo "Fight Like a Girl" comes from, because girls don't kill that. It affects girls worse, but they all survive men because it financially ruins you. I can't. Why the fuck would I talk about financial fucking videos anymore? Number one, where'd it get me? Fucking you arrogant, self-indulged fucking pricks, because you don't want fucking to hear the truth. I mean, you can give a fuck, about being fucking right. I'm doing videos at the same time. Get out of Silver 47. Kaiser's telling you go in. Fucking Glenn Beck's telling you go in. They get millions of views, I get none. Because you won't want the fucking truth. This study, I'll break down this fucking study. I want to call this out to the University of Arizona, Tucson. You fuckers know, won't say nothing. In Vienna, Austria, the fucking university in fucking Denmark, all of them, the Japan Atomic Agency, thank you for this study. This is June 2011. 1,000 times. This proves everything that I've said. This proves it all. And if you need me to come over and mow your lawn, just fucking here, I'll do it. I'll fucking hitchhike over, you know, because I gotta feed you fucking masses fucking to the, here, I'll post the link. You know, anything else you fucking need out of me? Am I frustrated? Beyond fucking frustrated, because your degenerate, fucked up ignorance is affecting me. It's not just fucking you, it affects us all, fuckers. This was done in June of 2011. In their conclusion, it says, 1,000 times radioisotopes into the current, 300 meters down. 40 mils in, they say it's obviously into the current. Now they're going to tell you, everybody says, oh, it wasn't even into the current then. That was 2011. And I can tell you right here, right now, get your fucking asses ready. Because I'll tell you what, you're going to get major, and I know it's getting ready to come out because I have it in my hand. And I haven't reported, I have it. I have the Marine Biologist Department fucking study out of fucking Berkeley. When this thing hits the fucking news, this whole country's going to go into a panic and a psychotic fucking fit like you never fucking see. Now I'm going to post this. Carol Gallagher sent it to me today, who, by the way, she says, Kevin, you've even talked me into coming out of retirement. She's great. I'm going to post this on what you should be eating, but it's Chernobyl Children's Facebook. He's great. They're great. Post me. It's all, you can't avoid it. It's unavoidable. You're not going to go to South America. You're not going to avoid everything you eat. It's not going to be. This study says mushrooms. Stay away from mushrooms. They suck up freaking radioisotopes. I'm working probably with the best dietitian in the world right now. One of them. Because I'm in this fight. I mean, this is so real. I guess so many of you don't understand. I'm fighting for my fucking life on a daily basis. This financial, you can't work. You're fucking destroyed. I mean, my platelet count is fucking severely low. When I was in Oregon, these different places, against doctor's orders. My doctor says, you are fucking setting the new fucking playbook. You are so fucking pioneer in this, what you're doing. You've beat these odds. I had no chance. No chance. Celeste says you were a red 10, the only red 10 that's ever walked out of that bone marrow. I'm fighting for my fucking life here, fuckers. I want to stay alive. I'm trying everything I can. I'm trying to inform you. I'm doing everything because I've had to turn in them in. And you go back in the early days of videos and all you self-indulged, arrogant fucking pricks. I said this. No, you didn't. Nobody fucking did. Nobody did. Yeah, Jan was reporting and she's great. But she didn't have the experience and expertise like I did. Gunderson wasn't doing it. Busby wasn't doing it. Fucking none of them fucking were doing it. I was. In detail, telling the fucking exactly how this poured out in detail. And so you've ever saw, oh, it wasn't fucking out there. Nobody reported it as a full core meltdown. Nobody reported it as a full core meltdown. I did on fucking day one. I reported the plutonium was flowing. I built an incredible fucking network. I'm the fucking media now. I'll be in Washington Square. And leave your fucking guns home, leave your fucking drums home, leave your fucking slogans fucking home. Bring your fucking logic. Because you know what, there's plenty of people out there, but we're in the minority. We're the fucking media, period, now. You read this fucking study. And all you fucking marine biologists, fuck every last one of you scummy fuckers. You're gonna fucking rot in the lowest fucking form of hell. May God have mercy on your fucking souls, you self-indulged fucking pricks. Stay in tune it.